There will come a time when life will test you, not with warning, not with fairness, but with force. It will strip away comfort. It will press on every weakness you've ignored. It will whisper lies, that you're helpless, that you're stuck, that the world is to blame. And in that moment you will have a choice, to react or to respond with power. This is the moment where men are separated from boys, where the victim is split from the visionary, where the average fades and the few rise. Because the truth is simple and it's brutal. Most people spend their entire lives obsessing over things they cannot control and ignoring the few things they can. They complain about the economy. They blame their parents. They curse their genetics. They wait for the perfect time. They hope circumstances will change, but never change themselves. And so they drift, like a leaf in the wind, tossed by every storm, enslaved by every excuse. But the great ones, the Edisons, the Lincolns, the Carnegies, the Disneys, the Fords, they all had one thing in common. They focused only on what they could control: their thoughts, their vision, their discipline, their work. They understood what most people never will, that the battlefield is not out there. It is in here, in the mind, in the attitude, in the daily decision to show up no matter what. When Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times, he didn't waste 1 second blaming the tools or the process. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is a man who controls his response, a man who owns his mindset. When Abraham Lincoln lost election after election, battled depression, buried his sweetheart, and still rose to lead a nation through civil war, he did not surrender to external chaos. He mastered the internal, because the world will always throw storms at you. You do not control the weather, but you do control the sails. You control your direction. The world owes you nothing, and that's your greatest advantage. Because when you stop expecting life to be easy, you get stronger. When you stop demanding comfort, you become dangerous. And when you finally say, "I will only give energy to the things I can control, my thoughts, my habits, my emotions, my reactions, my work ethic, my standards," that's when the shift begins. That's when you become a creator, not a consumer, a force of nature, not a servant of circumstance. That's when your life starts bending in your favor, not because the world changed, but because you did. You can't control the market, but you can master your skills. You can't control the past, but you can rewrite your future. You can't control how people treat you, but you can control what you tolerate, what you build, what you choose. Control is power, but only when it's aimed inward first.